Okay, hi, welcome. Let's take a look in this new junk journal that I made. The cover is, or the whole book was from 1910, I believe it was. And I gutted it. I have some original pages in the back and in the front just because of how the spine was set up. There are 3 signatures, kind of easy stitching. And I really like the original paper here, so I just kept that. Yeah, 1910. And this was a book where they collected news for a whole year. So I think because it says var 8:e dag, which means every 8th day. I'm not sure why it's 8, but I'm sure they had their reasons. It's a Swedish book. And every week there was like birthdays of important people. So yeah, the first here was, not that it matters, but it said October 2nd, and then they have October 9th. So I guess that's actually 7 days. I'm not sure why it says every 8th day. I guess I could figure that out. Anyway, here is where the original stops and the scrapbooking paper starts. Freya is my daughter's name. She is 6 years old, and this junk journal is meant to be for her. She doesn't get to use it. She has her own scrapbook or junk journal that she uses to put in her stuff. This is what I'm going to use to put in stuff for her. I have actually, and this is going to sound so ambitious, I've actually hand sewn everything in here. Like all the stitches, everything here by hand. And that is not to be, I'm in a fight with my sewing machine, and that's why I had to hand stitch everything instead. There's scrapbooking paper in here from my stash, and then there's some from Prima Heaven Sent 2, tea-dyed papers, papers from a notebook, and those were like single pages, so I had to make a spine, so that's why this is here. Some tags, fabric, all these fun stuff. These little quilted cards are from Johanna. I link her stuff below. I'm sure everyone knows about her anyway. So Project Life cards, fabric tape, some children's books, pages. I bought this super cute book with, I believe it's 10 little stories in it, and at first I was like, oh, you know, I don't really want to gut this. It's really cute, and I just love the illustrations. And then I started to read the story, and I'm sorry, but those stories are just horrible. Like there's no point to them. And I'm sorry for the authors. I'm sure they did what they did, but I'm not sorry to gut that book, because I don't even want to read the stories to my kids. This one is a little special because it has 3 pockets. These are just cute. This is the only thing I did with my sewing machine. I bet you can ask, or I bet you can understand why I just gave up and did the hand stitching instead, because there was a lot of profanity, and let's just not go there. Envelope. So my thought with this book is to put in, you know, just stuff that doesn't go in her Project Life album. These are printed on vellum, by the way. I did some on vellum and some on regular copy paper. So yeah, just to put in some stuff that's not going to go in her regular Project Life album. Here's the other one. So I just made a spine out of like thicker scrapbook paper. put these in. There's a big pocket. Another big pocket with some smaller pockets on there. That one doesn't have a tag. So it's kind of the same setup. There's a little envelope, pre-made one, so I just glued it in. These music sheets and little tags. Yeah, so just like put in little notes and drawings and, you know, just stuff that she brings home from school, tags from clothes, those sort of things, and photos and stories and whatnot. So I guess it's like kind of complementing her Project Life album, which is more of a photo album but with stuff in it. So yeah, some older Project Life cards. Oops. There we go. And third signature. So, I mean, it's really just the same setup with all three signatures. There's one of those, what I call cellophane bags. Let's call them that. Envelope, and this I made from just a 12 by 12 paper, and it's really just to cover the binding in the middle. Well, I mean, of course an envelope is good to have to put stuff in. And these are printed, probably find on Pinterest if I know myself. So we'll see, now that it's all set up, I'd like to start using it. I've been talking about using it for weeks now, but I just keep adding things. And then there's some, so now we're in 1911 here. Some original stuff. And there we go. I have a similar one, but it's green for my son. I'm not completely done with that one yet. So that will be another couple weeks or so, I guess. I know myself. You know, time and kids and everything. Anyway, thank you for looking, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.